Hello, and welcome to the Underhive. And thank you for rejoining me here with our man Titus. I had to delay the previous episode coming out because I knew this one would take a lot, well, I expect this one will take a lot longer to process, because again, they are all in 4K to allow me to get the VP9 in codec, so hopefully that is worthwhile to you. Hopefully you're happy with the minimum 1080p quality for mobile and such. So let's crack on. Prince of Demons.
I must reach the orbital spire.
Farewell, Captain.
Farewell, Lieutenant. Which way we gotta head? Well, on our own again. Let's hope we can do better than the previous episode, because that was not a great display of skill. Not worthy of an ultramarine, as petulant as they are.
Hard work occupies the body and distracts the mind. It is a noble and worthy thing.
See what it's offering us. Indication of what we might well be up against. Oh, we'll take a last cannon. Oh, no, we didn't want that. Yeah, we're alright with what we've got, I think. Keep the las cannon handy, though. It's been our staple for the last few bits. Oh, there they are. Already opening fire on us. How did he take that? I'm just going to double tap him from now on. Cheeky boy, got away. There they are again with those immense throwing arms. Oh right, it's like that, is it? They're gonna start morphing. I'll let him get a bit closer, just take out these for now. Oh right, he got close quick. It's two. You had me surprised there, demon. It's a bit annoying that he gets stuck on every bit of terrain though. Take that stomp, yo. And we are in. Oh, those two are just chilling, didn't even know they were there, just having a chat. They're like, oh, he's here, he's here. Now, I can't really think of any sort of law that would have this occurring. I mean, maybe just they're able to manifest in the dying body of the cultist. Maybe they're in some kind of litany as they expire, and that's sort of bringing the demon through. But I haven't really sort of seen this. Generally, a demon sort of breaking through a host is quite a ritual thing. It's not just something that happens willy-nilly. Definitely going to be one of those. Oh, there they are again. There's definitely going to be one of those meaty boys charging up on me at some stage with the hammers. I kind of wish they just did the little sort of sidestep that you do when you've got the heavy weapons. Like I don't think it's very realistic for the Space Marine to be rolling around like he's in, you know, scout armor. He's in full warplate. He wouldn't be rolling around. But I'm getting myself killed. That is for certain.
For the MDF.
use this time to pepper this marine, and then the rest to get our health back. I'll switch over to the las cannon while we take out these chaps. Can stay clear of the grenades. I don't think we need to worry about the... can't quite see him there. Oh, that was right in the mouth. Telling me he survived that. I'm not having any of your treachery, heretic. Whoa, that one is supercharged. Well, I could go at that power if I can. Right on, Ed. Tipper Ed. Take that. Where are you going? I've got rid of your portal, my friend. I'm gonna absolutely crush you, son.
It's still the enemy's strong point.
The fleet is preparing an all-out assault.
How is he alive? How is he alive? I thought he was dead.
I know. Good luck, Titus.
Yeah, I think we're definitely gonna need it. As you'll be able to see from the uploading, I've had a little bit of time off this and I'm now feeling a little rusty. So, we need to try and get our A game back on. Didn't mean to take a break from it, there was no particular reason for that, I just, you know, just uploading other stuff, so. Now, I mentioned it in one of the previous episodes, it was either the sort of main bulk of part 4 or part 3. Get back. Whoa! Rate bounce on it. What's going on? Just throw it lightly, Titus. They're only in front of us. Try and just chop them down a little bit before we get caught. Never mind, we'll take out with the riot mode, or whatever it's called, fury mode. Well, that worked for me. Yeah, I should really use that as much as possible because I think that's been my downfall. So yeah, as I was saying, I am thinking of doing a sort of a vlog about the lore and things. So if there's anything that you particularly want discussed, let me know. But as far as it goes, the initial sort of outline for the vlog will be when I've moved house in a couple of weeks. Just to sort of do as a channel update really more than anything. But from there, we're looking to answer any questions you might have. Can be on any topic, doesn't have to be specifically about 40k. But obviously, there is a ton of stuff to talk about regards 40k. Woohoo! That was a big shot. Eyes up there, I didn't spot him. And he's down. Need to get my eyes checked, I'm missing these. You didn't do much about it, did you, mate? I'd very much like a chain axe if they'd give me one. I'm sure Titus isn't keen on using their chaotic ones, but still got me. And again. Like, I'd got hit before he'd even finished the hit. Oh, right, he's done me here. Definitely. Yeah. Infinite poise. Got my armor back at least. Hey, that's my line. Yeah, didn't do that very well.
In mind.
Come on, Titus, we must do better than that. Like, I would want a plasma gun for this. Like, without a doubt, I'd take a plasma gun, but it's just that they don't really do what they say on the tin. There we go. Nice. That's better. That's what we're wanting. Should have just last cannoned in the first time, really. That's how we should have done it. Making it hard on myself the first time, really. Don't know why he just dissipates though. Like he's physically in the material realm. He's not a demon, so I don't know why they're dissipating. But again, another design choice by a non-fan. Just the way of the world. We shall accept it. Did he call me a Space Marine Psycho? Because I don't think I am. Unless, you know, it'll turn out that we're secretly a librarian all along. Really wants to give us the... Yeah, we'll just take the ammo for what we've already got. I don't think we need the other bits. Probably this way. Don't know what that was. Oh, right, it's him. Just keep pulling back because I know that plasma guy is going to come for me soon. I don't know if I'm just misremembering it, but these are seeming to go down easier than the ones that appeared first off. Oh, well, that grenade's gonna get me. Oh, and all that. Great. Oh, sneaky super speed there. I'll give you that. You played me for a fool. You little men are nothing. No, we've got no grenades to fire back on them in kind. How are you alive? That hit you in the chest. And he wasn't even facing me then. I'm beginning to think that these guys have just got coded accuracy rather than any sort of line of sight requirements. Well, we'll put it down to being the warp. They've got some kind of warp sight. That or they've got the cheat codes, one of the two. And we're in. So yeah, as I was saying earlier, just because I got sidetracked, if you've got any questions you want to submit, let me know. If you want an immediate answer, kind of make that clear for me. But otherwise, I will save them for the next few weeks, and we will get them answered in the blog or whatever you want to call it. But it doesn't, as I say, it doesn't have to be about 40k. It can be about anything really if you want. I'm going to take that there heavy bolter when possible. I'm going to take a few hits in the process, but whoa, we're going to take more than a few. Worth it to rain death upon them there though. Can't sprint now though, so. Your extreme speed won't help you here, Demon. Oh, maybe it will. Maybe it will if you get behind me. Should prevent that happening where possible. Keep all of that as we've got it now, I think. We'll proceed with the Emperor's finest heavy bolter. Oh yeah, don't want to mess with the heavies. We are ready for you. I think you'd make a meal of the game if they gave you many of these. So I understand why they're quite rare. But we'll get our value out of this one, I think. Oh yeah. So I believe from here we're hunting down Nemiroth, and yeah, I do really hope they can give us some exposition as to why this particular Ultramarine can resist it, because psychic resistance. Now there are certain artifacts that will allow that. The Collar of Corn being one, but that's a Chaos artifact or a type of Chaos artifact.
I must reach the orbital spire. Tell your pilot to make his approach.
Yes, sir.
But beyond that, there are really only untouchables, or they go by a lot of different names: pariahs, blanks, untouchables. I don't, as I mentioned in the previous episode, I don't know of any Space Marine that is an untouchable, but they appear in the Inquisition quite often. Are they friendly? Have we got Blood Angels with us?
Blood Raven squad called
Blood
us
Raven.
reporting in, Captain Titus. We joined the Liberation Fleet at Bakar, along with a squad of Black Templars.
Unleash the fury you showed in the Aurelian Crusade, and we will be glad to have even a few Blood Ravens with us.
You may rely on that, Captain.
Then join the forces driving into the demon host, and stop any
Welcome,
enemies
Blood
trying to follow me up the
Ravens.
orbital
I'm
spire.
happy with that.
Find us wanting.
Didn't realise we got some other chapters
Honor and
coming up
glory,
in here.
Blood
That's
Raven.
nice. Blood Ravens are one of those. Like, I mean, if you look at the Pauldron, it's a combo between Blood Angels and Raven Guard, but there's no real guarantee that they're a successor chapter from either of those two founding legions/chapters. The fact that they're in red, to me, would kind of lead me to believe they're more Blood Angel-y, but they could be Raven Guard, they could be Dark Angels even, with that iconography. But I mean, that isn't really proof of anything. They could be any successor. So if you know where the Blood Ravens come from, by all means let me know in the... No, we don't need that for him. Let me know in the comments. I'd be interested to know that. Could always look it up, of course, but it's nice to have the conversation, innit? Right, okay, that was silly. But yeah, so Untouchables appear quite a lot in the sort of the books that relate to Inquisition and Inquisitors, like Eisenhorn. Alright, brilliant. So they are a human that has the absence of a soul, so they have no presence in the warp whatsoever. So a standard baseline human's presence in the warp surmounts to essentially their soul and the mirror of their life force that exists in the warp. Pariahs, or Untouchables, or whatever you want to call them, psychic blanks, don't have that, and they cause an unsettling of the warp relative to them. So psychic powers do not work around them, and in fact they can dull the ability of a psyker so that they not only can't use their powers against the pariah, but they cannot use their psychic powers at all. So I do not believe that this Ultramarine is a pariah, but perhaps a latent psyker with a sort of pariah-like nature to them.
Attack.
Now, I'm surprised that they've not shot that other guy, because, I mean, I've got my own skills to blame for me not hitting the mark, but they should be like super pinpoint accurate if they're Blood Raven Space Marines, because they are the pinnacle of humanity. I, on the other hand, am a lonely mortal. That's supposed to be lowly, not lonely. I'm perfectly fine, company-wise. I've got your back, Blood Raven. Perhaps you should have mine in return, eh? They are protecting their Psycho Witch. Alright, you're having it now, boys. Kill the witch. They're bursting, brothers.
Drive them back!
They are driven, brothers. Take out the block drones. I wonder if there'll be any more Nurgle units in here, because that'd be quite interesting to see how they lay them out. I wouldn't be surprised if the bloke drones are it, though. And that's all we see of the Great Grandfather in all his pestilent majesty. And we'll get a couple of grenades over there for him. Ooh, they are spicy boys over there. Yeah, I think they're like... Oh right, okay, yeah, they're not functionally immortal at that point. He just gets up then dies. Just over the top there.
Ground forces, Ultramarine drop pod incoming. Squad regulars making...
Oh no, didn't see them dropping in.
Touchdown imminent.
There we go, brothers.
Join us!
Heavy infestation at drop point Validus. Cleanse and purge.
Oh, he is cleansed, alright. You got anything in there for me, boys? No? That's fine.
Your orders, Captain.
Destroy these Chaos forces. I must reach you on this one.
Yes, sir.
Ooh, autocannon. Very nice. Heavier than the old heavy bolter. See how it works on this blight drone. Wonder if this is a Reaper autocannon. It looks like one. Single barrel. Of course, it's like, yeah, take out the player character. Oh yeah, it's doing the job, innit? Can't zoom in with it though, so we've just got to kind of deal with it at this range, but it is doing the job. Take it with us. 400 ammo, that is nice. Can get a slight zoom on it now. You don't want to get flanked by this thing, mate.
Captain Titus.
That was your biggest
Squad
mistake.
Solidus reporting in. Manufactorum Narcis is secure.
Very good.
Your orders, Captain.
He said it as well.
Contain the Chaos threat here.
Understood.
Thunderhawk.
Ready for transport, Captain Titus.
I will
So yeah,
leave your
Thunderhawk's
skill,
way more
pilot.
chunky than you might
Take you into the eye of
expect.
terror if you ask it, Captain.
And to be honest, I'm not
Your will
100%
do
how
for
they
today.
stay in the air. Like, that must be a powerful turbine. Because those wings and the shape of it is not even remotely aerodynamic. It's like the blockiest thing, but it does the job. So I've got no idea if this is like the final boss or if this is a quarter of the way through the game. But we shall carry on till the end of this
I'll
part.
hold here as long as I can, Captain.
No, brother. Rejoin our forces and bring fury to the enemy. This battle is mine alone.
Yes, sir.
Well, that's against the Codex. Not that I'm one for following it, but... You're getting smushed. Taste my power hammer, demons! Oh, yeah. Doing the job right there. You think you're safe over there? Come over here and burst you.
This madness will not stop me, and neither will you.
Multi-smush. Yes, I wanted to physically... Oh yeah, the lovely curb stomp. I wanted to physically bash one of them. Nice job, squad. Get yourself murked. Something here for me? No. But we shall have some grenades. We've not really got much ammo in the bottle, so we could do with some there. I don't want to fall down here, but hopefully the jump pack would have enough fuel in it to get us a bit further. What were you saying, friend? That's what I thought. I'm gonna crush you. Oh yeah, backbreaker. I will say, like, I think they've executed the Thunderhammer well. They've just sort of given Titus a bit much plot armor with the fact that it's not obliterating him too, because it doesn't pick who's friendly and who's not. But I think they've executed the effect of the Thunderhammer quite well. Hopefully none of those hit me.
Your brothers thought the same, traitor. Their corpses lie behind me.
Yes, Titus. Couldn't have put it better myself. Get smushed. Out of fuel. Great. Well, can I put the Thunderhammer down as well then? Rather have my trusty chainsword back. Good. Well, we'll take the power axe. Get the stalker refill. We don't want a stone bolter. Unless we find out that that is exactly what we need, but I just don't imagine it is. Light drone again. I reckon we can just take it on the chin and batter it. Can't have much left. There we go. Just a force of will. Any more for any more? I think not. So we are hunting down Nemiroth. He might be the final boss, or he might just be just the next one before something else. Right, okay. You've got the high ground. We're not gonna stand for that. And you've got some support up here too. Well, this just seems all round terrible.
Better to die for the Emperor than live for yourself.
Lies, Titus. Lies. I mean, that does seem like a particularly harsh choke point. I mean, we'll pop him with the last cannon. Oh, there's a force field stopping me getting back. That's great. Come on then. way because we know that they can shoot through walls. We're okay now, although low on ammo.
For the final glory of chaos!
Yeah, how's that working out for you there, boys? The Chaos Gods are fickle. They don't care about you, my friend.
Kill the weak! Ultramarines!
That was not the best thing I could have done.
Prize target!
I'll get rid of him first. And then pull back!
Purge the enemy!
Ultramarines!
Stuck on the barrier. So will you. But you'll die first. Still don't understand why they burst when they could just fall over. But that's fine. Quite happy for them to burst. As long as they die one way or the other, that's fine. Well, this goes a long way up the spire. I mean, everything's bigger in the 40th millennium. Spires, hives, hub blocks. It's all very tall. Is this the top of the spire then, or just the top of this floor? Only time will tell. Push the button.
There is much blood for all those you have killed. For Sidonus, and for the Emperor.
I hardly think Nemeroth's directly responsible for the Emperor being a corpse Emperor, as the Chaos would say. Hardly think it's fair to lump that on him.
Dread gods of chaos, I am Nemeroth, your herald and champion.
So get your bets in now whether you think he'll be ascended during the fight or whether we will intervene. I'm gonna say we probably. I don't think we need the Stalker, so we'll go with the Melter. We'll keep the las cannon if we can get any ammo, which we can. Haven't got any. Haven't got any regular ammo though. That's a shame. Shut your mouth, Nemeroth. Oh, got some regular ammo here, maybe. Grenades, I think. No, regular ammo.
I return your dark relic to you. I offer up this world and all those upon it. I ask for the reward that was promised. You want to talk to your gods? I will send you to them. Admitted, Titus. The power of chaos is within you, calling to this relic. Imagine the Ultramarines dominating this galaxy in glorious conquest, with you at their head. Imagine the power you could wield. As a slave to chaos, nothing you say could tempt me from the path of honor, or from avenging the deaths of my battle brothers.
Well, that's it, is it?
You are no
I'm guessing he's got some sort of shield going there.
Ultramarine!
Destroy them!
I feel like the attacks with this sort of seem to like lack mass. I don't know if it's just against those demons or... Oh, it's the safe while they're up there.
Make me demon kind. Show this fool the true
What is that?
I have burned 1,000 worlds in your dark names. You
Go with the Stalker, I think. I'll see what we can do. I mean, I don't think we can really consider this hunting him down. It wasn't. There wasn't much of a trail needed or anything. You know, he was quite clearly up here where the dark power was gathering.
I offer up this world and all those upon it.
Come, Nemiroth. I won't hear you babble anymore. So we need to stay back a little.
Ultramarine. Grant me your favor.
Yeah, they're completely safe up there. And there's nowhere really for me to be protected from all the flanks.
Show this fool the true nature of power.
And they are doing a good job of flanking me.
To the attack!
Need it just for the regen alone.
Space Marines!
Where are the Blood Blood Ravens and Templars now? Of course, he got back up in time. That's what I thought. Come on, Nemiroth, fight me. Fight me yourself.
Have you looked to the skies, King Titus? You opened a gateway
To the Chaos Realm. Doesn't sound very lore friendly. I mean, you just say the Imperium, surely, wouldn't you?
From one invasion.
That beam, though. Yeah, I'm so dead. Because of that beam, and I can't dodge.
Your pathetic Imperial forces will be...
You keep saying this, but why don't you fight me yourself, Nemiroth? I'm pretty sure you're going to be easier than those. Well, might be big words, that, to be fair. What? How many of them do you have? I mean, a lot. To be fair, you're going to have a lot, but... Probably shouldn't use all the ammo for this, but I'm going to. My days.
Victory!
I'm gonna get killed by the other one now. So I had full health, full armor when I started that animation. I've got no armor and, you know, 70% health, 80% health maybe. Seems like a rough deal. Yeah, I should have dodged that one though. No, I couldn't dodge that one. I went too early. Go faster! Do it, Titus. Just kill the man. Oh, that one was my fault, definitely. What is this guy made of?
Your task is hopeless, Titus. I have the will of the Dark God.
To be honest, I'm beginning to think that's the case. I've got 4 shells left.
And you will die here, alone.
Very possible. Oh, he did ascend.
Killing my servants matters little. I am unassailable. The gods of chaos protect me with the very energies of creation.
You forget, Nemeroth. I am no stranger to the touch of the warp.
See how this is going to work out then. We're riding the demon. Dodging the demon right hooks.
If it takes 1,000 years, I will
Resist
rise
him.
again and take my vengeance upon
Like, and all I'm saying is, if those Chaos Space Marines pose that much trouble to me, there's no way I'm fist fighting this guy with any real hope of success.
Will I find your arms open in welcome?
Go on, Titus, chin him more, chin him more.
Never!
Never gonna hit me with those slow hooks. Too slow, demon. Headbutt of power. Why was it telling me to do mouse? I've not even got a mouse plugged in. Squeeze his face, and we burst the demon's head with our bare hands. What a turn up for the Bucks after that showing.
Will you be joining us soon, brother?
Epilogue.
Ultramarine, you have saved this world.
Resolution, please. And he survived it miraculously. Took a nuke to the face, a warp nuke to the face, and survived. Ish.
I see the Ultramarines are human, after all.
More than you know, left.
Not at all. Not at all, Lieutenant. You and 100 humans in that blast would be smoke on the wind. And his armor's not even tarnished. His bare face was in the center of a warp nuke. Like, he's definitely more than human. Oh, the Templars are here. He's sold us out, Leandros. They're gonna come and do us.
The damned Inquisition is here.
His injuries appear chaos inflicted. You are certain of this charge?
You traitor, Leandros.
Titus has been corrupted by chaos, Inquisitor Thrax.
I am no heretic.
You lie! Only an agent of chaos could withstand such warp exposure.
I sent the demon to oblivion.
But did you have unholy assistance?
Very probably.
We must know. You will submit to my authority, Captain, or the Inquisition must conclude that you have corrupted every Ultramarine under your command, not to mention those who stand at your side.
Ignore his threats. Come on.
The Inquisition will destroy you, Mira, and the Ultramarines will be forever dishonored. Leave my brothers and the Lieutenant alone.
Lieutenant.
I will come with you. I do not know why I can resist the touch of chaos, but I swear I will discover the truth.
We will discover many truths, Space Marine.
Codex Astartes leaves no room for doubt.
Shut up, Leandros.
You cannot touch the warp and emerge unscathed.
The Codex Astartes is a set of rules. They guide us, shape us as Ultramarines, teach us to hold duty and honor sacred above all. But how we live with those rules is the true test of a Space Marine. And you have failed.
Come on, Leandros, sling your up. You're not invited. Why don't you do one? We've agreed. We've agreed to go. Why don't you go and skulk off back, traitor? Black Templars are saying nothing. Not happy, is he, Titus? Not having any of that. So in conclusion, we got no exposition as to why Space Marine can resist psychers. There are several reasons why in the lore, but they didn't give us any of those. They didn't give us a new reason. It's a shame it ended that way. I'm actually pretty upset about that. I think they could have done a lot better with it than that, mechanic-wise and story-wise. It's a shame to end on that sort of negative note. I will let the credits roll because fair play to them. They've still put a lot of time and effort into the game, and I do think they've produced a relatively decent quality game. But seems like something ran out there. Seems like either money or time ran out. And they decided not to animate things as well as they could, not to handle the combat as well as they could, and make it more just about having an easy mode spectacle when rather than an actual hard mode challenge. It just kind of felt like if I just skulked around in the back, I could quite easily just go, oh well, the enemy that to worry about is going to be there, and then the rest aren't a big deal. And then at the end, it was just some kind of semi-boss rush mode of the chaos enemies, which is fair enough, but that boss fight was completely rubbish. You're telling me a demon prince versus a Space Marine captain goes down like that? No, it does not. I mean, if you've played tabletop in any way, shape, or form, you'd know that, yeah, Space Marine Captain and a Demon Prince, not a completely uneven match. In fairness, Demon Princes cost more points and do have the edge, but Space Marines have other little bits that go together, and they sort of slot together with a squad quite well, and can, you know, bring that squad up to more than its additional points cost for, you know, to make that even out. So that's how it would work. But instead we go, nope, just a captain against just a Demon Prince, newly ascended, and he just gets shoved off a cliff and then quick time evented to death, despite there having been no quick time events throughout the rest of the game. I just think that's a real shame. And I didn't know that was the case beforehand, by the way. So I'm sorry to have a bit of a downer at the end here, but I just think this could have been so much better. It's a real shame it wasn't. But we will do more Warhammer stuff. And in fact, one of the main reasons I up and created my channel was for Underhive Wars, which you'll see on the community tab. I'll tell you what's upcoming. The release date for that is now the 8th of September, which is handy because I should have moved in by then. So we will get some Underhive Wars content. And hopefully that is going to live up to the expectation. Certainly More Time was an okay game, and I can see a lot of similarities between More Time and Underhive Wars, but I think that Underhive Wars does look a lot more polished from the information that's out about it at the moment. So that will be the next 40k game without a doubt, and that should be relatively long-running series. But yeah, I do think the first half of this game was where all the time and money was spent, and then the back end was kind of slapped on as just a let's have an appearance. Because I've never heard of Nemiroth, and I've never heard of Titus, but then I don't partake of a great deal of the Ultramarine stuff other than the Heresy ones. So, and in fairness, I know of Knights of Macragge, which is nothing to do with a Captain Titus. It's essentially just the one squad, and he isn't in it. So I don't know the name Titus particularly, and I don't know Nemiroth particularly. But then it, you know, the story's self-contained, so it kind of makes sense that they're just made-up characters. Well, it's all made up in it, to be fair, but you know, they're not characters that exist in the lore otherwise, and I just feel like he's like, oh, I'm an all-powerful Chaos Terminator until you rugby tackle me, and then you can just beat me up. It's just, yeah. Like, I had an easier time dodging his right hooks whilst falling through midair trying to keep hold of him than I did dodging his allies, like, on the way up. Like, if he'd have just sent, like, 5 of those hammer guys at me at once, they would have posed way more of a threat than him. So, I'm not quite sure how he's in charge of, presumably, a ship full of Chaos Space Marines that could, you know, jump him. A lot of the Chaos hierarchy is that either they couldn't jump you, even if all of them came at once. You've either outthought them, or you just outmuscle all of them at once, or there are enough that are loyal to you that you've got the backing. He didn't really. I mean, you can assume that enough of them were loyal to him, but that kind of only happens with the law of might is right. And up until that end fight, he looked like he had it, and then turned into a bit of a damp squib, so shame for that. But I've enjoyed playing it. Granted, there's been a bit of negativity at the end there, but I've enjoyed playing it. I'm glad that I came back to it and played through it. I just wish that, and I knew this coming into it, I just wish they'd put more time and effort into it than there had been, because this could have been the best 40k game, and I think it has the foundations to have still been the best 40k game. So it's a shame not to have had that. But I mean, if they remastered this, if they redid it and actually changed some of those things, I'd be willing to play it again. I don't know about anybody else. Same goes with a few of the other titles, really. Like More Time, and that's not 40k. I mean, Mechanicus is a good game. I did have a look at doing a playthrough of that, but it's very slow. It's you know, because it's a strategy game first and foremost, more so than an action game. So yeah, I didn't really like the way the footage was. It was very slow, and don't get me wrong, I'm quite happy to do a lot of commentary about my decision making, but it's the same decision over and over again, really. Which target is the closest and most dangerous, essentially. So I'm not sure whether I'll ever do that, but that is something else 40k wise I could do. Cinematic animation by a New Breed. I think they did an alright job. The cinematic animation wasn't terrible for 2011. Technical director, not quite as good as job. Animation director as a whole, arguably not quite as good a job. Shouldn't be locked into the frames for as long. Got the Havoc guys now, very nice. Well, not going to sit there and read all them. Yeah, so as I mentioned, obviously this has come to an end now, so there'll be no more lore off the back of this series. But I'm really happy to sort of have that, and thank you all for the questions so far about this. So if you do have any further questions and want to have a chat about that, as I say, over the next few weeks, it'll be sort of in September time. There'll be some time for that, and it might only be like a monthly thing to begin with, but we'll see how we go. And there's going to be face cam involved and things like that, so be a bit more personable than it has been, because my current situation doesn't really permit that. So once I'm in, got the office set up how I want it, to an extent at least. It's not going to be perfect from day one, but once I've got that as I intend, we then be able to do the face cam. Obviously on community tab we've got some other games coming up. So well, the only other one listed on there other than Underhive, which I've mentioned, is Bioshock Remastered. I'm going to be playing that once I've got Facecam, and we're going to be going for it on the hardest difficulty in case you're interested. So keep your eyes peeled for that. We're going to carry on with the other series that we've got going at the moment. If there's anything that you particularly want to see, I'm open to suggestions. I have got plans of what I want to pick up and when over the next 6 to 12 months. But if there's anything you want to suggest, I'm more than happy to take a look and have a bit of a discussion about that. But otherwise, thank you so much for being involved with this. I've said this on one of my other series as well recently, but I didn't expect the following I've had so far. I'm still quite a new channel. It's one of those things, you're not going to be out there to everybody that could be interested right away. And I'm just over the moon that you've wanted to spend your time here with me. That's it's a real big gesture and a real big compliment. So I just wanted you to know I do appreciate that. I'm not taking that for granted in any way. And hopefully you appreciate the fact that I'm not trying to ram it down your throat as to how YouTube works. I'll give you all the benefit of the doubt at every stage, that you understand exactly how YouTube works, and that I appreciate just clicking on the video to watch it is a massive, massive compliment. Even if you want to hang around for a minute, you are still willing to give me a minute of your time, and that is important to me. That is a big deal to me. So you've hung around for all of this, even through these commercials, even through these credits, then that is even more so, and I want you to know that that's really appreciated. So thank you again for that. I'd like to have thought if they had a few less people on this credit roll, they might have been able to make a bit more of a game. They just saved a little bit on staffing, but let's be fair, they do need the testers in there, so they do need the staff they've got. I'm not knocking them too hard. And again, it's an older game. I think it's unfair to hold it up to today's current standard, but versus the standard of the time, I think there's a few things that I'm sure if they looked back at it now, I'm sure that they'd want to improve things, just like I look back at my videos and think that, I should have done that better. Sound is a big deal for me, for example. Like once we're in the new place, I've already got my new mic, but I just can't set it up yet. I've not got the right setup for it. So when we're in the new office, should be an audio improvement. all sorts of other bits like that. So I understand. I'm sure that they would look at it and want to change stuff too. I'm not saying I'm perfect. I'm not saying that they don't know any better. Just saying these are the things I'd have wanted a bit better. And hopefully you can see it that way and aren't seeing me just as some kind of negative Nelly, because that's not what I'm about. Extra special thank you to our spouses, lovers and significant others who helped us get up and go to work in the morning and made us excited to come home at night. I don't think that was needed. What a way to end your credits. Well, I'm not going to be making a similar sort of thanks. That's a bit creepy, I think. But anyway, fair play to them. What I will be doing, though, is, again, thanking you so much for watching, particularly if you hung around all the way for the credits. It means so much to me that you'd want to spend your time with me, and I will see you next time in the Underhive.